Time to wake up. Good morning, guys. What's going on? Well, good night. I don't know when you're watching this, but if you guys watched yesterday's video, you guys know that we are back up at the chassis fab shop, Coker Chassis, who's been working on the drag truck, mounting the fiberglass, doing the cage, all that kind of good fun stuff. So we're going to give you guys a drag truck update, spend the day here, work with them as usual, and see what we can get done. The cage is pretty much done. I believe it's getting certified end of next weekend, I believe is what Bob said. The guys, Bob's got like a ton of cars here that are getting certified all at once, my truck included. So the cage has to be done by the end of next weekend. I think it's really just a couple bars. So just want to preface this video, or preface, whatever. If you guys have been following along the drag truck, you guys know fab work takes a while. You know the mounting to the fiberglass, doing it correctly and nicely takes time. Bob's got a lot of other stuff going on here besides my truck, and he runs a pretty small crew here. Now, something happened with a family member of an employee of Bob's, and I'm not going to get into it, but that guy who was helping Bob do all the fiberglass work and mounting that had to take some time off, and rightfully so with the magnitude of the family matter that had happened. And again, we're not going to get into that, but you know, he needed some time off, and the progress here probably for everything for Bob had slowed down because he runs a very small crew. So just want to let you guys know that if you guys look at the truck and you're like, that's all they got done, you know what I mean? This stuff takes time. I want it done a certain way, and I don't blame Bob and the employee, you know what I mean? Like, certain things require time off. So anyway, not going to keep on that for too long, but we had ordered all of our parts. The last drag truck update, you guys know that we ordered all the shocks, a whole bunch of stuff. They changed up some stuff on the way the doors were mounted. So a lot of little stuff. And you guys know, just like on the 05 project that we're working on, the little detail stuff takes the longest. So anyway, we're not going to spend too much time talking in here. Excuse me. Let's go inside, let's see what they've done, and let's get some work done today, guys. Alrighty, guys, we got kicked out of the main shop over there. We are now into our own separate bay here, and we got the front end on. We just put the bumper and the grill on. That was not like that when we got here, but we were discussing kind of fitment and everything else. But the one-piece front clip is on. She is good. You can see we're using these quick disconnect clips. We got 4 of them on the side. Take a look at how Bob has molded. It's so hard to see, but he molded that piece. He's got dimples. We'll actually probably have this hood off at some point. I'll show you guys that a little bit better, but these are all of those quick disconnects. We have some rubber padding up there supporting the up top there. He's welded in all of the patch panels and smoothed all those out on the firewall for all the factory stuff that we don't need. Modified the door hinges here so they're just pins. We can actually pick up the door, and it's basically a quick disconnect door. Here's the back side of how that looks with no door on it, but it just looks so good. I'll show you the fitment on the other side. We're kind of discussing making this all one piece, molding it all together, and then the hood is really just going to just lift off. There's really no other fasteners that are going to be needed by the time we make all the framework behind it. So it is sitting on its own. It's kind of just got like little clips in the front here. That's not completely finished, but the mounting of it is the hardest part. Look, better fitment than the steel fenders on my 06 front end conversion, I'm telling you. But it looks smooth. Man, does it look good. It looks so good. Everything is light. So you can kind of see here we got the door limiter straps, and we left the factory limiters in there, but you can kind of see this is just a modified stock hinge. They welded a pin in between here, so this pin kind of sits on that other sleeve just like that. Oh man, it looks so good. Looks so good. So me and Kyle are going to get to work. We're going to be doing the door bars. We've already got them mostly plotted out. Going to get the seat mounted hopefully today. Tommy Tig, man, he's coming back. We're going to do some welding, but that's where we're starting off. But I wanted to show you guys first thing this morning the clip. It's starting to look like a truck. We are probably going to, me and Bob were just discussing basically filling in all of the holes in the Laramie bumper, trying to make them completely smooth. Grill is still going to be removable. What we're probably going to do is just mold the bumper here to that one-piece front clip. So again, GTS fiberglass, all the fiberglass stuff. If you guys are interested in any of this stuff, super awesome dude. His name's Greg, so he's even that much cooler. But he does actually make a one-piece front clip, but it's not a Laramie bumper. It's like the SLT bumper, which I just did not really like the look of. So a little bit more work to kind of make this back into a one-piece front clip, but it's all really for the look of the Laramie bumper. So, but that's where we're at. I think all of the goodies in here, maybe we'll go over this later. Got our shocks, got a whole bunch of stuff. So we're getting there. We are getting there. All of the Lexan has been ordered. The front windshields here, pretty much have to put the front windshield in. I think all the hardware I got black powder coated anodized hardware to install the windshield, and then we're gonna trim the rest of that so that fits nice. But that's just a slight update for you guys. I'm probably forgetting something. They probably did something else that I forgot about, but you can kind of see back in here. These are the little supports, but when I say that this thing is sturdy, guys, this thing is not going anywhere. Super awesome. Man, I'm so pumped. It looks so clean. You can kind of see these are black. They have a little plastic cover on them. So when this thing gets wrapped, you'll see little black buttons, but that's about it. These things, all these things do, you just have to really just kind of give them a little push. They got the plastic on them, so they're a little stiffer to use. But that's it. It'll be easy on, easy off. Probably 2 guys will be able to do that quick. Oh man, Mark better get ready. Mark's gonna have a lot of detailed smoothing and painting to do, but I know he's pumped for it. Oh man. All right guys, let's get to work. Hey guys, just working on getting the Hardway Performance billet engine mounts in. Passenger side is good and done. Look at these. These things are sexy. They're gonna look good against that nice Freedom Racing engine. But the driver side seems to be just a little bit of an issue, possible some fitment issues, so we're in contact with those guys. We'll probably put the factory one back in for now. We'll get that sent back to them. I'm not sure if I have the wrong one or what, but we double checked everything. The stock one goes in fine, so no big deal. We'll get that resolved. But these things are gonna look so good. Here's just another look at kind of what the body mount kind of looks like here on the side. You can kind of see it curved, the exact curvature of the hood. Really, really nice. All the firewall patches are in. You know, again, everything kind of looks rough. Everything will be smoothed out, painted up once we get this thing back. Once we get it back, it's gonna have to be broken down. This engine is gonna come out. We'll give this to Mark. Mark will, you know, get this thing looking super fresh. That'll all be fully welded, but super nice. Another look at the door hinges here. Got the first door bar in. Kyle's working on notching the next door bar that's going to go from here to here to here, and then we're going to work on getting the front shock bars that are going to come right here to mount our AFCO coilover shocks, which are, in this box here. Let's take a look at these sexy things. Alrighty, here we go. Look at that sexy blue finish. Put this over here. You're gonna mount like so. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Looking good. Like I said, we didn't get the springs yet. We don't know all of the weights and everything, so we are gonna wait on that. But the springs will be like a chrome color, so it'll be blue and chrome against all the black. Alright, so door bars are pretty much made and done. We just got to tack them in. We do have the front shock bar tacked in right here. Kind of comes through the firewall down into the frame here. We're going to mount the shocks off of that. Probably do a little bit more bracing once those are mounted, but the front shocks are going to look something like that. That should give us enough room. It'll stay out of the way. Again, it'll be structured to take a little bit more load than that, but that's just the initial bar. We just got to tack these all in place. They're all tied in down there, and then the second bar, where's the second bar? The second bar is like here, goes like so, meets up at the same spot as that, like so. So we're moving along. We got both sides made for that. We're making up the other side front shock bar, and then we're going to work on the rocker bar, which ties in this post right here, kind of travels right along your rocker to the back side of the cage. We're going to work on that next. So making good progress. Something like that right there.
Something like that right there, I think, is what we're going to shoot for.
And then just move that kind of wherever.
Till we get our height of our shock.
Nice.
I'm just going to get with Tommy to make sure where he could burn this in comfortably on the bottom.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? If I got to move it this way and move these out, I will.
Very nice. Guys, we are concluding our time here, pretty much just keeping our man Tommy company here. He's been welding his dear heart away, getting pretty much everything finished welding. Like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, cage certification next week for the 25/6. Door bars are getting fully welded in. We're going to wait on doing that door bar last so we can still get in and out of here, but everything is pretty much almost done. We got one more bar that's going to come. It's called the kidney bar, I believe it was. Going to come from here, actually back towards that, going to tie in down there. We have the window bars, which is going to go from here, tie in all the way down to here. That's a requirement for this. And after that, I think all of the bars are in it for the cage. Now, we still got some 4-link stuff to work out back here. That all has to be finished. That's going to be tomorrow's project for Bob, I think he was going to do. And then we're going to get the fiberglass bedsides on. And then we're going to start situating all this stuff in the back. But doors are now completely done. Actually, I lied. We're going to be working on the inside door handles here, which those are, I bought kits for that. That's done, but that's the gist. That's the drag truck update. It is coming along just beautifully. It is looking so good. Man, I cannot wait. These are the spring-loaded inner door handle latches. just a basically big rod. But that's it. We started actually mocking up, you kind of saw before, Bob was mocking up the front shock mounts, which are going to tie into here and down here, and then going to have another bar here. I'm sure I already said that, but that's it, guys. That is it. Alrighty guys, finally home 2 hours later. It is 9 o'clock. I am beyond exhausted. Did not get much sleep last night. I'm gonna go inside, hang out for a little bit, probably go right to sleep. I will see you guys tomorrow. Huge thank you again to Tom, Bob, Kyle. Those guys are awesome. Truck is coming along so good. I am so pumped. When I walked in and saw the front clip on the truck, it was I am getting so pumped seeing the body pan. Oh, it's like the 05. It's just the closer you get, man, I'm getting extremely pumped. Now, Freedom Racing Engines is working on and by the way, guys, if you guys are new, and I forget that new people come here every day, I do have playlists of all of the build series, the 05, the drag truck, some of the other builds that have gone on. I think the dogs hear me talking outside, but I do have builds. If you guys are new, want to catch up on the progress, where the drag truck even started from, make sure you guys go check them out. But Freedom Racing Engines does have all the parts are there. They're actually completing some UCC engine builds still right now. As soon as those are done, ours is next on the chopping block, so we're gonna have that shortly. So we're waiting on the chassis and the engine. Kind of they're running pretty simultaneously together, so we should basically be piling on parts as soon as it's done. So anyway, that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hit that like button if you would before you leave. See ya.